Welcome to the Plot Twist Unfiltered. Happy Sunday. Sundays are funny. They don't demand much, but they ask a lot from us if we're paying attention. Today, I just want to talk about the little moments, the little ones that are quiet, the ones that make you stop and notice the world around you. Not the big plot twist, not the chaos, not just the soft stuff, a smile, a laugh, the sound of leaves in the wind. Life isn't always about diagnosis or tests or chaos or drama or things that happen in our life. It's also about the tiny victories, getting everyone out for a walk, watching your kids laugh at something silly or making time for yourself. We forget sometimes that these small moments are where the peace lives. We chase big answers, big outcomes, big news, and sometimes we miss the ordinary beauty happening in front of us. Maybe your Sunday looks like this too: coffee in your hand, little people running around, the quiet hope that things are okay. Maybe it's just you, your thoughts, and the sun hitting the window in a way that makes you pause. That pause, that's everything. So today, notice the ordinary. Notice the smiles, the small victories, the tiny miracles tucked into your day. Even if its life isn't uncertain, even if the week ahead feels heavy, there's beauty in these small, quiet Sundays. Like, for instance, today, I took my kids out for a stroll around the neighborhood and they laughed, they smiled, and they let the wind blow in their face. And they, when the wind blew in their face, they were so excited and happy. And Tommy was so excited when he seen a bird and he said, "Bird." And if anyone knows me, they know that Tommy's nonverbal and he doesn't really talk much. So to me, that was a victory. That was the most incredible moment because, like, he is talking little by little. It may not be how a 2 year old should talk, about to be 3 years old, because I know most 2 year olds that's turning three are talking in full sentences and they are just babbling away. That's not my Tommy. My Tommy, he says small words. Sometimes you can understand him, sometimes you can't. But for me, it's everything. It's the moment that feels like all my hard work is paying off because, like, I practice with him. I got him some leapfrog stuff that helps with talking. I got him cards, like flashcards. I homeschool him, I teach him, and for me, that moment when he pointed to that bird and said bird, it was everything. And then there's, when he points and sometimes he just makes a sound. I mean, that's everything to me too because he's acknowledging everything around him. And then of course his little baby brother Aziel, like Aziel's just like talking up a storm, but today was everything. It was everything that I needed, cuz like we don't always take everything, like we always, how do I explain this in a better way? We're always going about our day and not realizing the small things. We're always going about our day worrying about bills, drama, stress, everything in between. But like what we don't realize is that the small things, like, yes, my Tommy may not talk like other kids. He may have issues where they're probably going to diagnose him with autism. He's already been diagnosed with sensory processing disorder. So, but that's okay because at the end of the day, what works for my Tommy works for me, us. So, like, he sees the world with music. So, we listen to a lot of Check the Star music. We listen to music in general. His world is all music. So, for him, that's how he sees the world. So, I try to see the world how he sees the world, and we play a lot of music. Having Tommy was the best thing that has ever happened to me because I do have an older son. He changed my life, saved me. But then there's Tommy, who I was always uptight. Anyone that knows me knows I was so uptight. Like, I felt like they'll tell you I was an uptight person. Maybe I felt like they felt like I had a stick up my butt, which I probably did, because I just didn't know how to bring my inner child out. Tommy brings that inner child out in me, and I laugh more, I dance more. I even sing in front of people and dance in front of people, when those are two things I never do. I don't like to dance, I don't like to sing because I don't know how. So I don't like to do it in front of people. But Tommy has put my guard down so much that I don't care anymore. I have fun with my son. And if he's throwing a fit in public because he's upset because I didn't understand what he wanted or what he was pointing at the time, I don't get frustrated. I don't yell at him. I don't match his energy. I just simply calm down. I've been down to his level, and I just simply talk to him and say, okay, what's the problem? You're mad. And then I show him the sign language for like mad. I put my hands over my chest and go, mad? Are you mad? And then he'll do it too, letting me know that he's mad. And I'm like, okay, well, tell mommy what you're mad about. And I allow him to be him. Like, and that works. We have a routine. That routine is, when I follow that routine, there's less fits. There's less crying. There's less overwhelmed, because like, he is a very special boy. He gets overwhelmed for loud noises. He gets overwhelmed for like if he doesn't know what we're doing that day and we just are gone from the house all day, when he knows, wait a minute, we do this and this at this time and this at this time. So it works for us. So today was just everything. And then he got stung by a bee. I did not know that he got stung by a bee, and he was crying and screaming. And I was like, okay, calm down. What's the matter? Like, what happened? And he kept saying, ouchie, ouchie. I was like, ouchie, show me. And then that's when he showed me. He put his leg up, and then he showed me the back of his leg where it was like red. And I'm like, okay, what's that? And then I seen the bee down in the little stroller on the floor. So I got something, picked the bee up, threw it out. And then I immediately was like, okay, it's okay. Calm down. It's okay. Let me kiss it. I kissed it. And then I said, all right, let's go inside. We're going to take a break from walking around. So we took a break from walking around. And now he's taking a little nap. Because like I said, sometimes he gets overwhelmed. So, I try to let him feel how he feels. A lot of people have told me, oh, you just need to spank him, or oh my God, you need to redirect him, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. Like, he should not be acting like that. Like, no, I allow him to be a kid. I allow him to feel his feelings, because the one thing that I struggled with my entire life was not knowing how to handle my emotions. I want my kids to handle their emotion. I want them to learn how to deal with that emotion, because me as a person, I've always been someone that has struggled with emotion and dealing with that emotion. And now I'm doing much better, and I'm trying the very best, but it took a lot for me to get where I am. It took me losing people. It took me, and when I mean lose people, I mean that sometimes, like in my last episode, we always have two stories of there's three stories to, um, there's three stories to each situation. There's your story, the person's story, and then there's the truth. What we fail to realize or fail to understand is that we always see ourselves as a victim. We always see ourselves as, well, I was just guarding my feelings, I was just protecting myself, or I just didn't want to get close to that person, or I told white lies because like I was trauma. And what we don't fail to realize is that yes, we may seem like the victim, but what did we do to that person to cause them to feel the way they did, to where they walked away out of your life? Because sometimes in everybody's story, you're not the hero. Like for instance, I had a falling out with my friends, and on TikTok, not because they were bad friends, because they weren't. They were really good friends, but because I chose chaos, drama, and I chose to tell white lies. And because of that, they were just sick of it. Like some people don't like drama, they don't like the chaos, they don't like being lied to. So when that happens, some people was like, you know what? I'm going to give them a chance. And then when they give you a chance and you ruin that chance, and then they give you another chance and then you ruin it again, it's like at what point do they need to walk away for their peace? So that's what happened. Wasn't nothing that they did. It wasn't nothing. They weren't bad people. They weren't bad friends. They were actually really good friends. They were always there for me. But I just never saw it. Like me, I just I never saw that they were there for me. Not that they weren't there for me, but they were. It wasn't the way I wanted it. Because like everybody wants some type of attention. And I guess the attention that I needed or wanted at that time was I needed people to like baby me, kind of like, oh my God, Courtney, you're the best. You're this, you're that. It's okay. But some people don't do that. There's people that will tell you straight up, like, yo, bro, you need to relax. Like, this is what you're doing wrong, this, and this. And those were my friends. They literally was like, okay, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to fix. And then they'll tell me. And they did. They did tell me. And then I messed that up. Why? Because I chose to get revenge and start drama because of a situation that happened on TikTok. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get my revenge. And I did. But in the process, I lost people because they were fed up. And I don't blame them that they walked away because I would have walked away too. Now that I'm healed, I'm healing. And now that I've been changing and I've been looking at my patterns, I'm like, dang, like, I don't blame them for walking away. I don't blame them for blocking me. I, I would have done it too. But we live and we learn, right? And that's just something I am sharing with you that is personal. Normally, I don't share things like this, just like with my oldest son, father. We never got along. Never. Not that we didn't care about one another just because we did. It's just we were young. We had a kid young, and we were both hot-headed. We both had issues. We both were hurt. And we took all that pain into the relationship. And then when we got out of the relationship, I felt like I didn't want to share my son. And I didn't. I didn't want to share our son. Was it wrong for me to put him through the pain that I put him through? No, it was not wrong. It was wrong, actually. Very wrong. Was it wrong for the pain that he put me through? Yes, it was. It was very wrong. And I regret everything that has happened, but we are on a good page now. Do I regret trying to take his son from him? Absolutely. But when we're hurting, we do things that we don't mean. We say things that we don't mean, and we hurt people that we don't mean. But I'm learning to take accountability for my actions And if one day he hears this, I hope that he knows that I'm truly sorry for putting him through the pain that I put him through, and for trying to keep our son away from him when he might have been a shitty person to me, but he was a good father and was always a good father. Just like I was a shitty person to him, but I was always a good mother. So, and I'm not going to say that it was all his fault. I'm going to say this. It was 50% his fault, 50% my fault. I'm not the greatest person to get along with. I come with a lot of baggage. Well, I did come with a lot of baggage. And I did make a lot of mistakes. And there's one thing that people don't realize. Some people are just fed up when it comes to drama. And I was drama. I was young. I was a young mother. I was learning. And I probably put that man through so much drama and stress that it ended up breaking him. Just like he put me through so much, it ended up breaking me. So at the end of the day, like, if he ever hears this, I hope that he truly knows that I'm sorry. And I'm glad that we are on the right page right now. And I'm glad that we are getting along for our son. And I'm thankful that we're getting along for our son. And now we're both married and we have our own kids. And I'm happy, he's happy, I'm happy for him. And I hope that he's happy for me. But again, we all make mistakes. So the lesson for this Sunday is notice the little things. Just stop worrying about everything else around you and notice the little things. And on that note, I'm going to end as I always end, and then I'm going to play you one of my songs again, because I do have another song that I created. And this one is for my son, my oldest son, that I made for him. God granted me the serenity to enjoy the small moments, the courage to face the uncertain, and the wisdom to see the good hiding in plain sight. This is a Plot Twist Unfiltered, and I hope that you like my song that I wrote for my son. Is it this one? Let's see. Nope. That's my other song. My other son's song. Not that one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look in the file because right here. From the moment you came, my world changed forever. A little heart that made me better than ever. Through the darkest nights, through every fight, you've been my reason to hold on tight. You taught me patience, you taught me love, a gift so precious sent from above. Every laugh, every hug, every tear I've cried, you've been the light that never left my side. Because of you, I've learned to be strong. Because of you, I found where I belong. You're my heart, my soul, my reason to grow. You've given me more than you'll ever know. Every moment, every breath 'Cause